It is 4:30 a.m. in the morning, and I am about to go race at the half Ironman Santa Cruz, but I had a couple words I wanted to say before I left. I'm feeling good and excited, and this is my last race probably of the year. But this is also oddly a week where this is my last day in this house, which is the house that I grew up in. And so simultaneously, while I've been getting ready for this race, maybe my last of the year, I've also been saying goodbye to this house. So a big transformative step for me in life. But I'm excited to go race, and I love Santa Cruz. It's one of my favorite places in the world, and I'm excited to go run along its shores, swim in its waters, and ride its roads. So, let's go and get after it. So I just competed at the Santa Cruz Half Ironman 2025, my last half Ironman, maybe race of the year as well. So let me give you a little rundown of what happened. So I got to Santa Cruz about 5 days before the race. If you don't know, I've been racing on a team called Girona Racing Academy. That's who's been coaching me since last November. And so Santa Cruz has been kind of my last race of the year. It was what I was planning to hopefully peak for. And I gotta say, just I'm really happy and satisfied with my performance. It was a fantastic day, and I had a really good time actually. Like the lead up was good, and the race was enjoyable. It was probably I've done three half Ironmans this year, and this one was probably my most enjoyable one. This is the first year I've done the half Ironman distance, so I'm still new to the longer races. And this year's I've also done the most training and volume that I've ever done. But that being said, I've also kind of become a lot more acclimated to high volume. A 4 hour, 4.5 hour race just didn't feel like too crazy, which is kind of how you want it to feel. You don't want to feel like, oh, I'm just at my limits of volume here. A lot of long training days, 5 hour training days throughout the year, and so it's really has prepped me well to compete at the half Ironman distance. And I obviously still feel like I have like a lot of room for improvement. So let's get started. So I probably woke up. I think I woke up around maybe 3:30, 3:45. Got in the car, had some breakfast on the way, and some coffee, and got to Santa Cruz around 5:15, and got all set up, got ready. The swim I was pretty excited for. It was a beautiful day. I love swimming in the ocean. Had the wetsuit on. You know, the Pacific is cold up in Northern California, so but I love swimming in Santa Cruz. I used to go and train open water swimming there last year a lot when I was still living in the Bay Area. So I'm quite familiar with the area and with the course. And so I got in line, and I probably was maybe 20th person in the water, 15th. 15 to 20 people were in front of me, and I had a good swim. It was calm waters, and the sun was out. It was not foggy. It's usually foggy in the morning. The sun was out though, and it was a beautiful sunrise. And it was a little choppy in the water with a lot of people, but I felt much within myself. My open water swimming has improved a lot this year. I feel so much more comfortable in the water, and my swimming has gotten a lot better too. I hopefully. And so I had a really good swim. I swam 28 minutes, 30 seconds. That's pretty good for me. Hopefully I'll eventually get to around, 25 to 26 minutes, which I think is probably really doable in the next year or so. We'll see what happens though. And so I get out of the water, and it's quite a long run to the transition area. It's about maybe 300 meters or so, maybe a quarter of a mile. And I'm feeling good. My bike setup, again, I don't have the best bike setup. I'm still rolling with a bike from 2012. I got the disc wheel and head on a bike course. It's a pretty simple, easy bike course, but it's just an out and back on the course, and it was a beautiful course along the bluffs that overlook the Pacific Ocean. Do still tend to lose some time on the bike. My biking has come a long way this year. I've spent more time on the bike than I have in my entire life. And, it's definitely made a lot of improvements, but I still have a lot of room to go. I'm easily probably losing, 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, but like 5 minutes on the bike, minutes, which I don't need to be losing. Part of that might be gear. Part of that is also to just I'm not as strong of a biker as I usually am. But I was well within my abilities, and my nutrition, I think, was as dialed as it's ever been this year. And I was really confident, and I was really happy with it. I did my bike in 2 hours and 23 minutes, which is like almost 24 miles an hour, a little under. I lost a little bit of some places, definitely on the bike, but I stuck with as many groups as I could, and there were some rolling groups that would roll through, and I would stick with some people for a little bit of time. But heading into the run, I was feeling good, and I had been dealing with some lower back pain on the bike, but it was pretty minimal this time, and which was really good. And heading out into the run, yeah, I was feeling really good. It's funny how you can rationalize, or you start to realize that like 13 miles is just like not that long of a run, which is like kind of absurd because 13 miles is a long way to go. And I just set off at a pace that felt comfortable, and I knew I could hold. I knew I could hold 6 minutes for sure on the run. And I haven't been doing a ton of running, but I know that I feel strong and confident in my run. And 550s were coming quite easily, and I was keeping it conservative because I didn't want to blow up. And even though I was feeling really good, and around mile 6, I was like, okay, let's just keep pushing. Let's keep seeing what we can go for here. And there's a couple rolling hills. It's pretty flat. The course doesn't seem to be like super fast of a run course, but it actually was quite fast. And around like 3 miles to go, I was cranking out. I was just rolling like sub 540 pace. And I felt so strong, and I felt effortless. I felt amazing. And I think that's what you want to look for. That's the feeling that you want to be encompassed by. That's what you're always looking for. You want to be just in tune with your body, and just like in motion, and it just feels like you're always meant to be you were just always meant to be in that moment. And I don't know, I just felt amazing, and I knew I was running well, and I ended up running like a 1:17:20 or something, which is like pretty incredible. And I felt like I could have kept going. And when I finished, I was like, damn, that was it? That's all we had? And I ended up getting second place in my age group, 25 to 29, just by 10 seconds. So almost had it. Almost had the first place, but we'll take the second place. Got 36th overall. So, and that's including the pro field as well. I think I let's see, my official overall time was 4 hours and 13 minutes, which is about like 17 minutes faster than what I went in Oceanside. Different course, different time of the year, different preparation, but that's big improvements, and that's something to be proud of. And I qualified for age group world champs. The roll down came to me. One of the roll downs came to me, so I took it. And so next year I'm going to Nice, France, which should be interesting and exciting. So something to look forward to. And that's the season. I'm just really grateful to still be pushing my body to to as far as I can, and I'm grateful for my team, of course, and for my coaches, and for what they've been providing me and the guidance, and which is what I was looking for this year. I think last year and a couple years before, when I was competing in triathlon, I felt a little lost and aimless, and I was coaching myself, and I didn't really know what the next steps were, and where my spot was in this whole kind of deal. I'm pursuing my pro license at some point, and I think that we're gonna get there. It's just a matter of time. But this year was a very big year for me, and I've had a lot of support and a lot of kindness, and there's a lot to be optimistic about and look forward to. And I'm excited, I think, for this next year. I'm also excited to take a break. This is the most amount of training I've ever done, but all is good. And let's keep it rolling. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you. I'll see you soon.